So it's an interview with him.
This time we can be so free, turn our dreams into reality. There's a reason we can never let it end. We're not stopping now.
Alright, we made it to Kathmandu. Pretty standard flight, although they didn't give us any water, so we're all parched and thirsty. But now we're in a little van, and we're headed to our Airbnb. Where are we?
We just arrived in Nepal. It's like 10:30 at night, and the Airbnb host was good enough to go out and get us some momos. So Molly, can you try? Think. There.
Okay, my turn. I got a skewer one here.
With what?
What? Oh, that's good.
Simon?
Oh my gosh.
The owner called them
That's fantastic.
Nepalese ravioli.
We explored Kathmandu with a wonderful local guide, Swastika.
So this is called laughing, and it's basically like a creek made of soy wrapped around other soys and sometimes noodles, and it's like steamed. So yeah, but it's good.
It's spicy or
It's a little bit spicy. It's okay though.
you want to try this? It's mixed. Inside you chips and so it is known as kuah yamari. The outside is made of rice. The rice they are grinding and they make into a dough, and they are make into a dough, and after which they will make a hole and they'll put kuah inside it and they will seal it, and they just steam it in the momo steamer or any steamer. Okay, so we are at the house of Kumari. In here, Kumari lives, and the Kumari girl is selected spectacularly from Sake community. So the Sake community is one of the subgroup of Newari people, and for to be a Kumari, the father and mother both should be from Sake. Otherwise, you can't be a Kumari. And to be a Kumari, you have to be pure. There shouldn't be any wounds, as well as there shouldn't be a fallen tooth. Only that after you can be a Kumari.
What we've just learned about the life of a young Kumari. What do you think about that? Do you think you'd want that for yourself?
Probably not. I like to explore and do things that are not just living in one place.
Yeah.
Apparently your foot can't touch the ground. Somebody has to carry her, so yeah, no. We spent the day learning all about Nepali customs and foods, as well as being introduced to Buddhism and Hinduism, the two most common religions in Nepal. Today we're walking around central Kathmandu and seeing a bunch of temples, and we learned that the Nepal calendar is different from the American and British and Canadian calendars, and so this year it is 2079, and they celebrate New Year in April.
During Tihar festival, there is a specific day called Bhai Tika, in which brothers and sisters worship each other for their longevity as well as for their protection. Sisters wish for their brothers' longevity, and brothers promise to keep their sisters safe. So when are you going to worship each other?
What are we waiting for?
Mom?
What happened to Mom?
stuff back there behind people.
Oh, and also, they're really satisfying. I'll say that.
All right, we're having lunch in Kathmandu. We're gonna try some Gorka Strong beer. Let's open it up. This little paper tab to ensure authenticity. This little pull tab like this. Tastes like beer, but actually it's quite good. I'll pour it.
Okay, so we are having a thali set. This is typical Nepali food in Nepal that we eat every day, lunch or dinner. So it got rice that is steamed, and this lentil, black lentil, this mushroom curry, and this meat. This is curd for side dish as appetizer, and this snacks.
We're checking out the Swayambhunath Temple, otherwise known as the Monkey Temple, for obvious reasons.
We're about to throw these coins and try and get them in the bucket. It's really good luck.
Really good luck.
Take two, like odd. Either one or three, yeah.
All right, team. So prayer wheels, right? Just run your hand along them and they spin. You do a full circuit. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 has to be an odd number.
Mine has this.
It's called a barfi. It's kind of like cookie dough.
Cookie dough with some chocolate on top?
Yeah.
Do you concur?
Like this. What's this called? Rongila, and it's made of what? It's fruit?
Lapsi.
Also lapsi, it's spicy.
Oh, that's interesting. It's almost smoky or something.
All right, mango for everyone.
Not
Good.
and no, it's just not like anything we would have.
One, this is Amla one, and this is also all we call it Titaura in Nepali.
Okay.
Is it good?
Oh, geez, that's weird.
We are in Sangha, Nepal, and we are just looking at the biggest statue of Lord Shiva. It is 143 feet tall. It's big and has a lot of snakes on it. We're on the Sangha Suspension Bridge about to cross. No!
All right, so beers of the world. Let's try Yeti beer and back to port. Gonna try. Just like beer. It's very good.
We are having this potato and buff. We call it buff choila in Nepali. And this is the nuts, and this is the reddish achar. We call it achar. And this is like a popcorn. It's a hard and very dry one. And
Okay.
this is a beaten rice and egg.
We'd heard about Bhaktapur's famous pottery square, where potters have made their wares in traditional ways for hundreds of years. We had to give it a try.
We're smoothing clay with our feet.
I'm standing in front of the Nayata Pola temple, which is one I did research on recently. And I know that the 5 floors mean the elements, so earth, water, fire, air, and then sky at the very top. And I know this was dedicated to the god Devi, which means goddess in Sanskrit, and that she apparently had 8 arms and was the goddess of learning, education, peace, love, beauty, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Juju dough. Trying some juju dough.
Because the Oberdale are the ones who made this curve in centuries, so that's why it's called Juju dough.
So, consistency of like a yogurt. The top's a bit stiffer. It's not too sweet actually. It's vanilla-esque. It's like vanilla yogurt, but
Just the type of yogurt.
has a curd consistency. Just a little more crunchy and hard to describe.
We are at the Buddha stupa and we decided to feed the pigeons. Dried corn.
We visited the Buddhanath Stupa, a World Heritage holy site which is said to be the tomb of the remains of Kassapa, who reportedly lived 140,000 years. After tasting so much wonderful food, we just had to take a class to learn the art of Nepali cuisine.
We're about to start our cooking class. We're just walking around the market and kind of buying.
What are others?
It all smells. The whole thing smells like cinnamon.
It all smells really good. This one's salt. This one
It's chili.
that's cumin.
No. You name it.
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yes. This one is, do you know that? That's the Korean.
No, fenugreek.
Yes, fenugreek, yes. So for chatabari, we are going to use the rice. So it's going to be crispy and we are going to top it with the cheese.
We're at our cooking class and we're just chopping up spinach. Or yes.
Remember the name
Now
of the
you
dish
can
was
go and wash your hands.
Maybe this is a chamari, I think.
Chutney.
Chutmari.
Good.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Okay.
Here comes the desert. No, it was better the first time. I'm trying to put this roti. And
Do you also want to make roti?
Yes.
Okay.
Pork just tell you that.
Now,
Or too slow. Or too fast.
now we will add sugar.
How many?
How much?
Probably
Like,
enough.
we don't.
This is called chatamari, and this is called an egg roti, and they're both traditional Nepalese appetizers, and we just made them. So now we're going to enjoy.
This is a topi, and it's a traditional hat traditionally worn by only men, but women kind of rock it as well. Traditionally worn in Nepal.
Stop spilling.
Doing my best. पढ्दा चाहिँ आमा भन्दा अलिकति म त बेसी
Yes. You're really good at it. This is the curry, potato and cauliflower, and it's called tarkari. Here we have another tarkari. It's potato and mushroom, oyster mushroom. We have the dal, kalu and rat dal, which is like the red and the black lentils.
Okay.
We have the chicken over here, some spinach, and mama achar, which needs to be blended.
We're about to enjoy the dal bhat we just spent a few hours making. So it's a carrot pudding, carrots, some cardamom, a little bit of cinnamon, topped with coconut and almond. So flavorful. Yum.
We just made these chocolate momos, and I'm going to try mine. It's probably going to be really hot because it just came out of the oven or whatever. I put butter and chocolate, and it's so good.
Girls?
Oh my god. Melts in your mouth.
This one is chocolate burfi. And, top layer is made of chocolate, and down one is with condensed milk.
Okay.
And this one is made of fig. Like there is some added nuts, cashew nuts, pistachio, and this milk. This one is milk cake, and it is made of total milk.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're at Tip Top Sweets and Samosas. We picked up some samosas and a whole bunch of different sweets for lunch. And I'm trying a botichur ladu, I think it's called. I don't know what it is. I just picked it at random. It's like a little balls, like couscous almost, but sweet. Maybe honey based. Very tasty.
This is a barfi from Nepal. I believe it is a chocolate-covered barfi. It's really chewy, kind of sticky. I think I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. We are on We are just at a roadside stop during our journey on the tourist bus from Kathmandu to Chitwan, and we're stopping here for a break and then buying some stuff. It's supposed to be 5 hours. It's taking a long time.
Where are we going?
To our homestay
In.
Chitwan.
There's no gari.
We are on a tuk-tuk.
We're racing mom.
We are in Saraha, Chitwan. We just took a 5-hour bus, so we started to unwind. I'm going to catch up on my journal, and we're playing some cards by the river.
We're hoping that the working elephants will come take a bath soon, because apparently they come every night to have a bath.
Our next adventure was in Chitwan, where we stayed at our community homestay and appreciated the serenity of a beautiful area and hospitality of our wonderful hosts.
Our guide, Jivan, was saying that 20 years ago, all the houses were made of this straw, and now they've since built.
Now by this plaster. Now you work.
We're gonna go check out some of the original construction methods. Okay. So this is how more of the houses used to be.
We explored the local village on foot and learned about the locals' way of life.
एक वर्षमा यो अनि परुको धान बोला यसपालि खाने यसपालिको धान अब फेरि
Apple. A Simid apple.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody grab one?
Something hard in the middle of mine.
And Simon's got a little cut on his hand.
We're taking a tour around Chitwan in the little village, and we stopped at something.
Oh.
Look at the camera.
We're having some pomelo, or known as bogate. Like that.
It's a grapefruit, but humongous. So this is Callie, and she's so sweet. And she's kind of local. She kind of wanders around everywhere, but she's the cat of our homestay in Chitwan. And right now, she's having a little nap.
Be whacked.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, he's rough, very.
Come on, Molly, you're the animal lover.
Oh, he's hairy.
We were invited to prepare and eat dinner with a group of local women. We felt so welcome, and the food was tasty and fresh.
And if it is big, then you can cut it into small pieces. Okay.
You just ate a big fly.
I'm trying some local homebrew rice wine made from local rice. It's definitely moonshine, homemade alcohol. Good. Yeah. And this is mango.
No, potato.
Oh, potato. Okay.
Same to
No potato chaser.
And we're having dinner that we just cooked. Afterwards, we learned a few dance steps and received some small tokens to remember them by.
This is we call Zamta dance.
Tampa?
Na Zamta.
Tampa.
Na Zamta.
We just created this brick breaker game where you have to press the arrow keys to move your little slider to get the ball to bounce on the bricks. And we finished that. And so we kind of came up with this idea that we should make the gameplay itself. And I believe we did good.
I was just noticing Claire's anklets.
Yeah.
And so I said, where did these come from? How long have you had these? So go through them all.
Okay, so this one's the oldest one. I've had it for almost 2 years, and I made it when we were in Todos Santos. This one is relatively new. I made it a few weeks before we left London, and so it's still on there. This one, it's like I can take it off. This is the only one that I can actually take off because it's stretchy. I just wear it all the time.
Where'd you get it or make it?
I made it when we were in London, like sort of maybe probably before New Year's, but I haven't been wearing it since then. And this one is my newest one. When we were in Rizuga, in our little cabin, there was a fraying tablecloth on the table. And so I pulled the fraying string off and then wound it together and made it into an anklet.
We are in Chitwan and we're about to go on our safari tour. We just stopped here and we saw crocodiles were there. We're looking at some monkeys. The Chitwan National Park is known for its dense jungle and as the home of rhinos, tigers, and monkeys.
There is some different plants like a Chua nudiflora, kapok tree, cassia pistola.
Well, we're looking for rhinos at the waterfall.
So it's called silk cotton tree, kapok tree.
We made a stop at the Crocodile Breeding Center, where we learned about the endangered gharial crocodiles and efforts to reintroduce them into the area.
You can see some crocodiles, they lose the upper nose and some others lose the lower nose because, having time they are fighting each other.
We are at the Chitwan Crocodile Breeding Center, and they have a whole bunch of crocodiles ranging from very young newborns, which are honestly very cute. They're just so small, and very old adults, which are being bred so they can make more babies. And there are some crocodiles that have been here since 1978. And every couple of, a few times every year, they release some of them into the jungles of Nepal. And they are very critically endangered, so
they built this breeding facility so that they could try to get the species number up. We also decided to spend the night in an elevated cabin in the national park to really get a feel for the jungle. Monkeys. Wild.
Have a couple of guides with us to keep us safe and to point out the things that we just wouldn't know to look for. We're hoping to see a rhinoceros. We're hoping to see maybe a tiger, probably not. And it's not season for elephants, but it's still a pretty neat experience.
And we learned about this leaf called the touch-me-not plant. It lives up to its name because when you touch it, it curls up.
We're on a half-hour hike into the national park to our jungle tower where we're going to be spending the night. Just heard something crack in the woods behind us. Haven't seen any rhino yet. Lots of signs of rhino, lots of poo. Just crossing this bridge over here.
There's a pile of tiger poo.
Okay.
We've seen lots of poo.
So we just arrived in our jungle tower for the evening, and it's about 5 o'clock, and we have this lovely view, and we already saw one rhino, and we're hoping to see some more.
Let's go see what the kids are up to in their room. How's everybody doing in their room?
Singing. They've deployed their princess canopies.
Right, Claire, why don't you show us upstairs?
Okay. Got these very sketchy stairs here. Have the best view in the house. There's Mom looking at Godwin's phone. The guy. Why?
There's Mom and Dad's room.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And you guys have a princess canopy too.
After several days at our homestay, we moved to a small hotel in the town of Saraha to better check out the town's amenities. We are in Chitwan, and we are staying at the Rhinoceros Hotel, and it's basically living up to its name. Right behind it, there's a rhinoceros who just came by. And we're just checking him out right now. We're standing in front of our hotel rhinoceros, which literally lives up to its name because there's a rhinoceros in front of it.
Where are we going?
to this like I don't know what it's called. I think it's stand up for elephants. And yeah, it's
We're packed in the tuk-tuk pretty good.
We met a Canadian who operates a non-profit caring for abused elephants.
Kind of wrote them off like horses. For me, it was like, all right, I know people ride horses. I don't want to. People ride elephants. I don't want to do that. Jealousy, anger. Some can be jokers. Some can be shy. Really, each one is different.
So we're at an elephant sanctuary called Stand Up for Elephants, and we had a long talk with one of the Michael, and now he's feeding Eva, and his wife is filing the toenails, so it's really cool to watch. Our time in Chittawan was incredible. It was a welcome return to nature after so many weeks in large and noisy cities. The people were absolutely wonderful and will certainly remember our experiences forever. We finished our 1 week in Chittawan. Now we're taking a 5-hour bus to our next stop, Pokhara.
We're headed to Pokhara from Chitwan.
We just arrived in Pokhara. We're at our Grand View Hotel. It's a bit of a thunderstorm happening, mostly in these clouds over here. But this is the lake in Pokhara. This is the area they call Lakeside, and the city kind of wraps itself in this valley. But over here are the Himalayas, and they're starting to peek out. You can start to see some of the snow peaks, but what we're really excited about is seeing some of the really tall peaks. This is the Annapurna Range.
We just arrived in Pokhara at the village of Sarankot, and we're just at the viewpoint, and you can see multiple rainbows. Oh my god, they look exactly the same! Yeah, they're twins!
Wait, seriously, they're twins.
Hello! So we're about to take the cable car from the top of the hill, which is called Sarankot, down to the bottom so we can do some shopping and have some lunch. Some fresh mixed juices. It's really yummy. I can definitely taste all the different fruits on there, and it gives its own unique taste.
A card house, and it took so long and so many tries that I did it. The secret is licking the top of one of the cards before they come together, because like the friction kind of... I ordered the avocado salad, and photo made it look like, I don't know, maybe the plate is that big. The plate is actually that big, and there's about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 pounds of lettuce in here.
We went to the Lakeside District in Pokhara and walked the shops. And one of the first shops we went into, I fell in love with this yak wool throw. It has symbols for Nepal. It's in the colors that I think I'll remember Nepal for. And it was $25.
Okay. Ever since we've been in Nepal, I've wanted to get a cashmere poncho, and I finally found one today that was a reasonable price. It was super soft, and I like the colors and style of it, and it was $30.
We got up at 6 a.m. this morning and took a taxi down the mountain to the Pokhara bus stop. And so now we're gonna go on a 10-hour bus back to Kathmandu. The long bus ride back to Kathmandu gave us a chance to reflect on our time in Nepal and to again take in the magnificent scenery.
The bus ride actually went faster like it felt faster than it was. How long?
4:30.
It's 8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours, 8.5.
Okay, so that's a lot shorter than we expected. We thought it would be 10 hours.
Yeah, which is a long.
Now we're in the back of a cab on our way to
Situated as we always are.
our next hotel.
I'm not going to try Nepalese Brashinche beer
Brashinche.
from the Yak Brewery.
Okay, you have a glass.
Tastes like beer.
So we are in Kathmandu for the second time. Just staying here for 2 nights, and Claire spotted this lovely restaurant on the rooftop, so we're gonna keep that.
Okay, what are we listening to?
Justin Bieber.
What was the song before this?
Justin Bieber.
What's the songs? The last 10 songs.
Justin Bieber.
See, every time we've looked around in these small Nepali villages, we've seen these Drew shirts everywhere. So I just had to get one. They're terrible. But this is the day. We found them.
Hello everyone. So we start outside a temple, and Claire got a lassie. Long story, but I got this lime soda. But basically, it's just carbonated beverage with very sour limes. I like it because I like sour stuff. But let's see how Claire reacts.
That's strong. I'm excited because we're in this like not very developed tourist site. This is the area outside the bathroom, and there's a bathroom with a toilet with a seat that flushes. I'm very happy.
I want to have
So this is the oldest temple of Vishnu here. This is the reason why they also say that we have lots of snakes around here. Like every day we see one snake around our house because Vishnu is the god who sleeps on top of the snakes.
It is the 9th day of a special festival in Nepal, and we're getting a little flavor of what the locals do. We're up at the temple, we're seeing lots of offerings, and we've been handed a sweet condensed milk popsicle with some coconut and chocolate chips. It's very tasty.
Our last day in Kathmandu coincided with the final day of Dashain, the most important annual festival for Nepalese, which stretches over 2 weeks. Our friend Anuba invited us for lunch at her family's home, and our guide Swastika came as well. We had a lot of laughs and were welcomed like family.
You guys are not vegetarian, right? Okay. So actually Tihar should be right now, so because now they have the flowers and everything. So
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you. Flower.
Thank you.
I might be wrong at some point, but never mind. But what happens is like this is what we believe in our culture, that before we had a sati system. Sati was the time when your husband dies, then you also have to get burned in the funeral, like alive.
Yeah.
So we don't want to sacrifice our girls for nothing. So they thought that because wooden apple. Namaste, Gaurav. So what happens is like because this wooden apple thing, you can eat it raw also, but when you keep it for a longer time, like it transforms into a wood, so it never get decays or anything.
Okay.
So then we get the concept that even our husband dies, then the first husband doesn't die, so we won't be a widow.
So where is your apple?
No, it's just
No, but it's a good question, right? Because you married an apple.
Yeah, so
that you wouldn't
it
have
will
to.
be somewhere in this boxes. Like,
You don't even know?
Yeah, I mean,
It seems that's pretty important.
I want to do polygamy.
No, Simon just asked Claire for an 8. So if anybody else has an 8, they can ask Simon for an 8
Because they know that he has
somebody.
Oh,
They know that he has an 8.
And I'm going to use that trick right now because I heard you ask Swastika if she has a queen, and I'm asking you, do you have a queen? Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay.
Almost a month in Nepal went by so fast, and it was time to go. We sent some postcards, had a few final momos, and got on our flight to Thailand, excited to keep exploring, but with a sense we'd be back to Nepal one day. Learning to cook momos.
Seeing the massive mountain peaks of the Annapurna Range.
Spotting wild rhino.
Making pottery in Bhaktapur.
Walking around in Bukhara.